Hello, everyone. We are live. So nice to be here with you. I'm rotating so you can see my better background. How is everyone this week? We had International Women's Day on Monday, a couple days ago. It's Women's History Month. Happy Women's History Month. Happy belated International Women's Day to all the ladies out there. Watching this. And this week we're talking about great women, what makes someone a great woman. And because we are single to smitten and our specialty is relationships and finding a relationship and keeping a relationship, we're talking about how to know what makes you a great woman and what value that gives you to bring to a relationship. How to know what the value of you is in a relationship. Does that make sense? Did I put that the right way?
Yes, Adele. Knowing one's value is important because otherwise we get into competition and then we stop being on the same team. So a great relationship is when two people play on the same team, on the team that's called me and you, us. And then when you don't know your value, oftentimes people will start either negating the other person's value or competing with them to prove their value. And I have an anecdotal quick story. When I was soldier in Israel, I was traveling by tramp, by hitchhiking, and a man who gave me a lift invited me to lunch, and in the lunch he basically said, just so you know, if a man invites you to lunch, mind you, this is many years ago, this is a different population, but if somebody invites you to lunch, that is the whole, your presence is the reward for the lunch. You don't need to give them anything beyond that, i.e. sex, but it was implied, it wasn't actually said. And so knowing your value, just because he may be bringing the income and it's changing as we speak, but maybe he brings higher income than what we are bringing, that doesn't give him a higher value.
Okay. So how does somebody know what their contribution or their value is in a relationship?
Well, so if you are aware of, so in the example of the gentleman that gave me a lecture, you providing a company to the person that invited you to lunch is value enough. So your presence is valuable. You being a sounding board for your partner is a value enough. Your encouragement, your belief in them is a huge value.
Okay, so those are examples. How do you figure that out for yourself? Like, what is something that somebody can do if they're not sure about that for themselves? Those are some great examples, so you can know that off the bat. Are there any strategies that you have for how to figure out or discover what your contribution is?
So this may not be accurate all the time, but in general, if both of you are better off than you were before you started, if your health is better off, if your money is better off, if your sense of belonging is better off, then you're contributing.
So I think that sounds more like like then you're being contributed to. But you're saying that's a sign that you're contributing, like if your partner's life is improving in those ways, or
Well, I mean, a lot of times, for example, maybe I'm a little dated here, but in the old days, but even today, like people want you to be married to be a partner in a law firm, whether you're a woman or a man. They want you to be when
so
you
to me that's the relationship, is having a relationship as a contribution because of people's ideas about it. But that's different than knowing your value as a partner.
yeah, but if you're a woman,
That's like I could be a mannequin, like I stand in place and therefore I'm a contribution to my partner.
no. If you're a woman and because of your presence, your partner is progressing in his career, then you're contributing to him. It's not just his contribution. Even if your contribution is that you did his laundry and he didn't have to, he looks better. It's sometimes, but it's more than that.
Well,
Your presence, if you are not a contribution, let's put it in the negative. If you're not a contribution, it will be detracting. So if somebody is critical all the time, you start doubting yourself.
hi, if you're just joining us, we're talking about great women, what it means to be a great woman, and knowing about the contribution that you are in a relationship. And so you know what I was thinking about with this law, like if you are your partner is a professional in like a law firm or whatever, where they look at somebody having a partner as a benefit, look on it favorably. Um, like what kind of, I was thinking like what is the mentality or the ideas behind that like a relationship contributes, like I was thinking like stability, if they're like looking at somebody like a lawyer for partner, like to make them a partner, and they're looking at like, oh, you have a relationship. So I was looking at like what is the mindset of behind that.
I'm thinking about Barack Obama
Mm-hmm.
presidency,
Mm-hmm.
where Michelle Obama was completely supportive, and I mean, I'm sure that they have their own problems and issues, but she was an active, supportive part of his presidency, and where Donald Trump seemed to be doing it on his own. Not, I did not feel that his wife, I don't even know her name, and I don't think she was.
Ivanka.
No, Ivanka is the daughter.
No.
I think so.
No.
Anyway, whatever. But
So okay, but the point is like being supportive of your partner is a contribution that you can bring to a relationship.
right, being there to hear to 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 support him in his or her doubts, to um to offer your point of view, all of those. I mean, actually, it's the same. It's like the same contribution, like not the same, but it's similar contribution to what the coach brings. It's attention and with the intent for you to succeed, having your highest good as a guiding light, like having the other person's success and well-being. And I mean, when you're feeling uh, not well and having somebody to help you overcome that, it may take 2 days instead of a week of being sick, for example. And we know that being partnered reduces the pain you experience, maybe not the physical pain, but the emotional pain that goes with the physical pain.
Being happily partnered.
When you're happily partnered, yes.
Okay. Any other tips on how to know your value or your contribution in a relationship?
Yes. So making a list of the things, like when you're single, maybe you're drinking too much, maybe you're not having enough social life. When you're partnered, maybe you have a more different social life that's more productive and supportive of more sustainable. So making a list of the things that you contribute to the relationship and to your partner. And I believe we did that in our program at Single2Smitten.
Okay, thank you. If you guys are enjoyed this, let us know in the comments. Give us a like. If you'd like to, we do this each week. If you'd like to get notifications and updates, please follow or like our Facebook page. If you know somebody who can benefit from this, who maybe doesn't know the value that they bring to relationships, whether it's friendship or romantic, please feel free to share this with them. And we'll be back with you guys next week. Thanks for joining us. Bye.
Bye.